What's going on, everybody? It's Clay here with CR Performance. First of all, got a different headset, new microphone. The last one, I was watching the videos and oh my gosh, it sounded terrible, so I apologize for that. And thank you for putting up with it. Now, for what I'm talking about today. If you saw in the recent video, went to the track, tested one of my client's cars, and we ran into a spark knock issue. Now, we were trying to figure it out at the track. Was it the IAT sensor, intake air temp sensor? Was it the engine coolant that was pulling timing? What was the case what was making it pull so much timing at the track? We were running it, we were like, there's got to be something wrong. Well, if those two things weren't doing it, if you simplify a motor, it gets simple, right? Like, if it's not those two things and something's knocking, it's probably running out of fuel. Our issue is like, I couldn't figure out why. Why is it running out of fuel? It's commanding the right AFR. It's telling you that I'm giving the fuel. I don't know what's wrong, but it's when you gotta pull timing. So it was good that the motor was protecting itself, but I figured out why. And it definitely was the fueling, because we have fixed it now, and we're gonna be taking it to the track soon. And I'm excited because I want to see what this car can run. Because we weren't able to get it to its full potential, and this next time we're going to be able to do that. I'm really excited for it. With that being said, what you're looking at is the airflow section for a Dodge Hemi, and what I learned, and this was, it's one of those things, and you see this a lot in tuning, where once it's explained and once you look at it and you go, oh yeah, that makes sense. This number right here, max airflow, it is the upper limit, as you can see, upper limit on calculated mass flow into the intake manifold. It is how the Hemi calculates how much air is going into the motor. It's based off of your TPS, your throttle position sensor, how much the gate is open, and then it uses this number to get, okay, well, there's about this much air going in. Works great when you have the right number in. Problem: we're running ported intake, ported throttle body, and a ported cold air intake, i.e. a lot more air was going in than this motor was expecting. And here's why we didn't run into it in testing. When you're testing, hypothetically, on the street, you don't get to go that fast, right? We're just trying to see, okay, is it going to pull timing? It shouldn't do it. Well, what we were running into was we didn't get far enough into the power band to see that it was going to lean out. Now, thankfully, again, the engine protected itself. It pulled timing. Nothing got hurt. But in this scenario, when we got to the track, where you're running a lot faster, going a lot longer, quarter-mile passes, a lot more airflow is coming in. With that, with the ported, all of your ported intake, ported throttle body, and your cold air intake, there was more air than the max. Now, this is the updated number. With the max number, once it goes over that, the motor's just going to think, okay, I'm still just seeing this number. And it's just going to keep calculating that. So whatever AFR you're commanding for it, it's going to think that it's giving it to it. But then you're going to see, okay, well, we're spark knocking, so it can't be that. So that was the issue. And this is, I'm hoping I can share this with somebody to help them, save them the headache. If you're porting your intake, if you're doing a throttle body, upgraded throttle body, larger one, make sure that you change this number to what they think it would be. That way you don't run it lean when you get in the top end. And it was, once you figure that out, once I figured this part out, I went back and looked at the actual log, and it makes perfect sense, because as you go higher and higher and higher in the RPMs and higher in gears, it just keeps pulling more timing and pulling more timing, and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So it's a good learning experience. Thankfully, nothing got broke, and it's working now. We're not hitting those spark knock. We're within, let me see if I got the log pulled up. This was the most recent log after we changed everything. As you can see here, this is wide open throttle retard. Nothing spark knocking now. So we got it fixed, and I'm excited to take it to the track again. That way we can see, get the full potential of this car. It's going to be exciting, and I'll be able to share with you guys what we see. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.